Find out why today should be stimulus check payday for millions of Americans. Yes, check your bank accounts, but wait, watch the video first. How leading lawmakers are fighting to make the vital child tax credit stimulus check permanent, like pay, almost like universal income for people with parents, you know what I'm saying? And the great news, President Biden set to meet with top politicians later today to negotiate terms of the long-awaited disaster relief infrastructure stimulus bill with or, without the Republicans, if you know what I mean. So stay tuned. Yes, that sounds so good. Hump day. Like we're getting over the hump, folks. Here's your daily stimulus check, second stimulus check, third stimulus check, fourth stimulus check, executive action, executive order, and stimulus package for Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. For lots of corporations, today is tax filing day. Yes, taxes need to be filed today for corporations, if you don't know. My goal in these videos is to give you the best access to government and private money for yourself, loved ones, and of course your business. Is why we have loan programs, 12 different programs for businesses. 75 different banks I've partnered with. Incredible credit lines up to $5 million you can get. It's in the link in the description. Yes, I have a finance company, Capital Velocity, and we help lots of people. 67,000 people applied last year. So, you might want to check it. So make sure you check into that. Thanks to my Patreons who support the channel for as little as $3. And also grab your 2 stocks with Webull in the description, valued up to $2,300. But first, the 15th of the month. Yes, people should be receiving a check, right? Until the end of the year should be stimulus check payday for upward of 60 million American families. Yep, 60 million people took the plunge and had a kid, right? With the third round of child tax credit stimulus checks set to hit bank accounts today, the IRS is using bank account information provided by people through their tax return or via the non-filer tax portal, the tool that we told you all about to disperse the stimulus checks. So, yep, you heard it here, so you can get your money efficiently, these are aimed to help people who don't normally file tax returns, and bank deposits will be labeled, look for child CTC, but wait till the end of the video. Again, child CTC is how you'll distinguish that that's where it came from. Natalie Foster, co-chairman of Economic Security Project, explained, quote, "The bills come monthly, and so should the checks. We know that these first 2 checks have really impacted families in a meaningful way," end quote. Well, and in fact, I mean, with everything that's going on, this is probably a good help for parents. I think it's awesome that they're doing this, especially since, they're taxing people anyway. So giving them a little bit of money back during these tough times is probably a very good thing. I'd love to know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is good for America to be doing this? Should it be long term? Do we want to reward people that have kids? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe we should. Hopefully today is your third stimulus check payday from that child tax credit disaster relief fund. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you received that $250 to $300 per child stimulus check, you might look at them and go, "Oh, thank you. Thank you." Finally, you might appreciate all the stuff they put you through, right? Pushing all your little buttons, right? Meanwhile, speaking of child tax credit stimulus check, leading House Democrats are showing support and fighting for a permanent expansion of that earned income tax credit. Can you imagine? They want to push it all the way forward. They want to keep paying you for that. This earned income tax credit provides a write-off for low to moderate income families, providing another vital stimulus check to Americans in need during these tough times. This is incredible for people being able to get this. Chris Cox, Deputy Director of the Federal Tax Policy at the Center on Budget and Policy Priority Statements, which is a lot of words for a company, should be with something like with 3 letters, right? Something easy. The earned income tax credit is proven both for people who do important jobs but receive low pay. This little boost will help people and push them forward. She continued, quote, "And there's been a major flaw in that it has really left out adults who don't raise children in the home. But they also don't have the expense of children, if you know what I mean." According to the Joint Committee on Taxation, a permanent expansion of the child tax credit stimulus check could cost $135 billion over the next decade. So there it comes with a cost. Hopefully our political leaders can work together to make important stimulus programs permanent, as millions of American families are still struggling and need more disaster relief funds. I think the government should just, tighten the belt a little bit. What are we spending all this money on that we have to take so much, like almost $1 trillion a year from the public? Can't they get more efficient? Hasn't technology gotten better? Like, it doesn't cost the same amount of money to run a company anymore. Why would it cost more to run a government? That's a riddle I have not been able to solve in 38 years of my business career. Why does the government cost more and it costs less to run a company today? Finally, President Joe Biden, our man in the White House, is expected to meet with Republican lawmakers later today, hoping to sway the minds of Senator Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, who have not shown support for the $3.5 trillion infrastructure disaster relief bill. They're probably holding out because they have some personal agenda based on their constituents to say, hey, we want this in the bill because it matters to us. I don't know what they're fighting for, but that's normally what politicians do. They hold out because they want something more than other people want. Other people just walk the line and don't put up a fight for their people back home. Both Democrats and Republican Party leaders have, given congressional committees and on Wednesday a deadline to complete the infrastructure bill. They're calling it like, hey, put up or shut up. And they hope to send it to Biden's desk for his signature into law in the coming weeks. We could be weeks away from this bill, which should rally the stock market and should provide millions of jobs for people and a budget to keep the economy solid. President Biden stated yesterday, quote, yes, we face a crisis, but we face a crisis with an unprecedented opportunity to create jobs of the future, to create infrastructure of the future, to win the future, to save the planet, end quote. I kind of like the planet. I think we should keep it. What do you think? You think keep the planet, folks? Hopefully these bipartisan stimulus discussions can provide us with that forced stimulus check and vital infrastructure stimulus relief, as they hopefully don't forget about the public and keeping the economy strong, as they put the base for jobs into the budget so that we can keep people working throughout this time, which would help countless Americans weather the rest of literally storms, as well as the stormy economy of 2021. Yes, Texas has been blistered, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, all places. Mindy, Ida, I think Nicholas just decided to show up. Thank goodness they used Andrew as a name a long time ago, so I won't get to rap for anything ugly, hopefully anytime soon. And any rate, that was your stimulus check, second stimulus check, and executive action and stimulus package update for Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. I hope you guys are having a fantastic hump day and you're over the hump. Yes, you are. It is sliding into a nice little Friday and a beautiful weekend coming, right? Thanks for tuning in so much, for making it to the end. Please leave a comment with one band, performer, or artist that you hope to see live, in person, as we open up venues across the country. Who do you want to see? Garth was just in town. He packed the stadium over here, and the Raiders just won. What an emotional game. I know Raiders fans that came in from the Bay Area.
Really nothing.
Nothing. My heart craves off it. Please, just tell me the truth.
But please don't get upset when I say this, but I got into the entertainment business for traditional talent.